Hi, I'm Chris.
This is Chris. Which side of me are you?
Yes.
For me, you're there.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't work. Anyway, hi everyone. So we're coming live today to talk a little bit about the power of stories. Because what happened is last September, we were happy enough and honored enough and proud enough to organize a summit and to witness 12,
13.
11. Well, 13 with the two of us, but so 12.
Yes.
12
Yes.
amazing women talking about their stories and how their stories have shaped their lives and how there is a way, maybe many ways, to understand your story and then write as you walk. And that is one of the main assets that we can have for an online business, isn't it, Chris?
Yes. Yes. And I've been examining my story. So I shared my donut story in the summit, how, I went to law and didn't practice law, even when I finally got admitted to the bar, because a donut business came up, which is my donut
Mhm.
story. But I realized, hi, Bernadette, but I've realized it was more about, I talked about my power of words and how my story, how I discovered the power of words. But recently, I've realized also this in my story was hi, Ronnie.
Hi,
And,
Ronnie. Yes, letting
and
it be. I love that.
yeah, yeah. Because I was banging my head against a wall trying to practice law for 10 years or trying to find a way. And then the donuts took me 5 weeks and I had a business and it was a great business and it was perfect for my family. Instead of thinking, oh, but you have to be a lawyer, Chris. You have to be a lawyer. Keep struggling. Keep banging your head against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
thank
something
goodness I let
similar
it be
happened to me
easy.
last week or a couple
Yeah.
of weeks
Yeah.
ago. So it's like, yeah. Well, the famous epiphany or my famous, it's famous. Um, yeah, and you were kind of in charge of that, of that epiphany, because we were discussing around. Around me talking about tech on the interwebs and coming live and discussing
Yeah.
tech, and you just turned to me and said, "Why don't you do it? Since you know a lot about tech, why don't you do it? Why don't you make it a part of your business?" And my answer, straight from the heart, was, "Well, it's too easy. I can't do it." And I started laughing my head off and you started laughing, obviously. But you're right, you were right that
Yeah.
this is no freaking, this is the story again that I was telling myself that, it has to be difficult. It has to be hard work for the money. And, if I'm going to be doing
Right.
something that is easy, it's going to be less than. Also, if it's easy, it's less than. And this is such bullshit, basically.
Yeah.
But I can't, I'm really so impressed that I did not see that, kind of so much blindness,
Wow.
that this thing was just there.
Wow.
And we are promoting a summit called Women Lighting the Way. So obviously it was time enough that I saw my way. So thank you for lighting my way. Because it
So
was
how have the
like,
last couple weeks been different now?
well, I kind of, I decided to own it and I created this crazy free tech tool calendar, and I keep talking about tech tools on the interwebs and seeing what will happen with this. I'm not putting any
Yeah.
deadline pressure on it, but it's just like, hey, yeah, sure, I am a goddess teacher. I'm also a tech goddess. So, if I can help people on the way, because the thing is, that's what I realized, and working with you over the last summit was exactly what made me realize that, is that we know our shit, right? whether you're a hypnotherapist or a coach, or you know your shit, we're good at what we do. But then suddenly it's like, oh, I want to have an online business. And then for most of the women around, it's like, ugh. And the story is tech is too difficult. I cannot do tech. Oh no, tech is frightening. Ooh, tech is for marketing bros or or for
Yeah.
I don't know, Sheldon.
So
For
look,
those of you.
Bernadette's comment.
Oh,
51,
I
I'm
didn't see that.
51. And trying to find your purpose. What is easy? And what do you have fun doing? Like, that's the first one. And like Isaiah has discovered, easy doesn't mean there's no value in it.
Yeah.
It means that's your gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think.
And it for me, it was really so freaking impressive to discover the power of the story that I had in my head around that. So the story I was making up on how difficult is better than easy, or more valuable in some kind of remote whatever stupidity in my head. How the power of this story kept me in a place where I was not fully expressing myself, and mostly not being fully of service, because I was kind of being asked by my peers, can you help me with the tech? And I was like, yeah,
all the time.
I'll do that. Yeah, I know. I know. But it was like, yeah, I'll help you with that. But let me get back to my main thing, right? Until I realized why does it have to be this way? And so it's like, not only, I named the live that we're in the power of stories, because I think there's two layers there. There's the stories that the stories of our lives, and then the stories we tell about these stories. And we can
that keep us in those stories. Yeah.
And we can, I'm pretty sure that with a little help from my friends, I can, and if I can, you can, and everyone can, choose what story we tell about the story, and make it a business asset, make it the purpose that and hey, big secret, Bernadette and anyone else, the purpose, this very huge idea of the purpose, I have to find my purpose. I think there is, well, I
say it gently.
Okay, I'm going to go and say it gently. Okay. There is no purpose. The purpose is you. The purpose is, the purpose is you being here and being the person that you are, with all your stories, with all that's happened and all that you've said to yourself about what's happened. And that is the uniqueness of you. And that's the story, the whole story. And the more you can express that into the world, that's the purpose. What if we
Isaiah,
could?
I'm going to... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, just finish this one because I like it.
Yeah.
What if we could make money on the internet or anywhere else just being us, just being ourselves, and owning all the bits and pieces of our stories?
Yeah. In the second month of her is owning the story and flying your freak flag.
Yes, I love that.
Whatever color it might be. But Bernadette, the stories that you tell yourself in your head, that is your reality, and that, or it becomes your reality. So you're telling, you're making an imprint on your subconscious, but at the same time, you're sending that energy out. And the law of attraction says that the universe is going to match that energy you're sending out. So I'll use a small example. When you first learn the law of attraction, a lot of times I've finally become good at, when I'm on my way to the store, I say either angels or this shopping trip is going to be quick and smooth and easy, and I'm going to get an awesome parking spot. So that's with law of attraction, is parking spots. Or just anything throughout the day. Anything throughout the day, like I'm going to have good news. And that's what's part of, I think, in the morning is setting an intention of you have things you're going to do during the day. So you set an intention for it to be easy or quick or pain, or it's going to turn out better than you imagined. I just did this. If you don't mind, I keep going. On Tuesday, I received a notice from the city that I was going to have a fire inspector come to the house.
Okay, you never told me what happened. I want to know.
So there's this whole list. We got this list of, they're going to check this and this and this and this. And I was like, oh, crap. But then I realized, okay, this is not my house. This is a rental house. I don't have anything to worry about. I'm picturing this big sloppy guy with big sloppy boots, and he's going to come in and tramp all over my house. And I was like, wait, Chris, let's catch that now and let's change that story. And I said, oh, it's going to be easy. It's going to be like 5 minutes. It's going to be nothing. It's not going to be a big deal. And the doorbell rang, and I went and opened the door, and there's this petite woman, and she says, hi, my name's Kristen. Did you know you're having an inspection today? And I was like, that's what I ordered. That's what I wanted. And she came in, and I said, do you mind taking off your boots? And she's like, oh, no, because it was snowing. And she's like, no, not at all. And socks didn't match. And I'm like, I have nothing to be intimidated about here. This is not a big deal. And it was seriously 5-6 minutes. And she's like, okay, that's all. And she left. And it was, but I was almost gotten myself worked up about it. I had almost said, oh man, they're going to find this. We're going to have to do this. What a pain in my butt. But I caught myself. Nope, easy.
Yeah.
And I think that story not only just calms whatever anxiety you might have about any situation. You can do this with any situation. But then you're not already, like a coward dies 1,000 deaths. You're not already going through the terrible thing, imagining the terrible thing and having to live through it. You're already in that ease, joy, and flow,
Yeah. Oh, I know. And there's Bernadette is commenting and says, I have to work on fear and blocks. I would go one step further and add that there is I believe there's an addiction, and I know the word is strong, but there's an addiction to our blocks, to the stories of our blocks. Like, oh, I have this huge block and I've had it for my whole life that I can't whatever, make money on the internet, be an artist, lose weight, find the love of my life, whatever it is. And we're basically talking about a lot more than just business here. But, and then it becomes an addiction. It becomes a story that we say, and that becomes a definition of me. I'm Isaiah, I have blocks. And then I keep repeating that. And then, of course, like you were explaining very nicely, it becomes true, right? And it never stops becoming true because I never stop telling the story. So at some point, I have to just, instead of working or dedicating time and energy to repeating the story of me, of my limitations, of my fears, of my blocks, and for heaven's sake, I know that I have them, but I can start saying a story that is, I am ready to change my story. I am ready to lose my blocks. I am ready to forget about my fears. I'm ready to forgive this or that person who hurt me. And even the acknowledgement of being ready to is a step towards letting it go, basically, and writing a completely different story about your life or about this particular event. And having a wonderful firewoman coming to your house instead of a huge sloppy guy. So it's like, yes, words are powerful, obviously, and the stories we tell in our heads are even more powerful, And the more we repeat them, the more we kind of give them power.
And there's safety too. You hold on to those fears and those blocks, and you're safe there because you know what to expect, and there's nothing new. You don't have to make any kind of change.
It becomes your comfort zone. It becomes,
Right. There you go.
unhappiness, or the place where I am not enough, basically, or I don't have enough, or I don't do enough, whatever it is, becomes my happy place or my
Mhm.
comfort zone where I live all the time. And just in case you didn't know, guys, nothing ever happens in your comfort zone. Nothing.
No growth. Yeah.
No fun, no joy, nothing,
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
a big catastrophe happens in your comfort zone. So really not a nice place to dwell. Although we all do. I'm not saying that I'm out of there, but and I think we
Oh,
do need
sure.
to come back to it sometimes to just breathe, because when you're completely out of it, it's like ugh. But at the
But
same
those
time,
catastrophes, I think those little catastrophes, I think that's the push you out of your comfort zone.
yeah,
To make
yeah, I agree.
to do something differently. But
I
the
agree,
words are
because the story
powerful. Yeah.
because the story I told about in the last summit was the story of my huge catastrophe, the time in my life where everything collapsed. And I'm not going to go into this right now because I'm still feeling quite emotional about that. But it's a powerful story for me, because it's the time where I realized that I was letting everything happen to me. It's the moment
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I was not empowered. I was allowing for crap, other people's crap, to happen to me, and to bring me down. And it was a dark night of the soul moment. It lasted a couple of, rather more, 4 or 5 months, for me to just crawl into this darkness and get out of there. But it was definitely uncomfortable. Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's been so freaking powerful, because now I know that I know what is mine and what isn't. And I know that the story I tell changes everything. If I tell the story of I'm a poor
Mm-hmm.
victim of circumstances, the universe has got these, has got no plans for me, and there are evil people that are out to get me all the time. Well, this is what's going to happen. And I had learned about law of attraction before, learned in my brain, but the fact that it came into my body, into my energy field, the lesson was like, hey, just take that one and take a breather, and remember what story you're telling yourself. And yeah, I agree with
Right.
you that the main thing now is what every day I think, okay, what story am I telling myself? And we're in the process here
Mm-hmm.
of promoting her. So her Enlightened Business Matrix, for those of you who don't know, is a huge project that we have together. That is a project to accompany for 6 months. 6 months. We're going to accompany 6 months. Where are they going? The 6 months? No. Let me go again. We're going to accompany 12 women for 6 months in a constructing your business in order to get it ready, and yourself too, for an online summit. So there's so many rooms for stories here. Are we going to succeed?
Mm-hmm.
Are the right women going to find us? And every day we talk together with Chris, because we're in the last phase of the promotion and of this thing. And every day I can hear the stories in my head. Is this a good idea?
Yeah.
Were we crazy to do this? Seriously, who do we think we are? And
Right.
then the next day is like somebody gave us a call, and it's like, oh, we're the best. Of course we are. New story. So much more confident today. And it's so impressive how I can see this in myself. I'm not going to speak to you, Chris, but how my let's put it this way, state of mind is so subject to changing with the story I tell myself about what's happening.
Right.
Whatever is
Yeah. Every
happening,
day.
I can tell a sad story or a happy story every day.
Yeah. My daughter missed the bus yesterday morning. And suddenly it was like, oh my, it's like one little thing, and suddenly nothing works out. Everything's such a hassle. But my talk, Bernadette, with in the last summit was about how powerful my words were, because I answered some questions. Like, I did some journaling and I wrote out, what's your ideal business? What would you love to do? And it wasn't that I said I wanted a donut business. I just said I wanted to serve families and I didn't want to take time away from my family, and a creative endeavor, and I wanted it to be fun. And the universe sent it to me. The universe showed it to me, and I followed the call. So the next step is you get an impulse, you get a nudge, and you follow it instead of...
If we can trust it. Trust it.
Yes. Instead of telling the story that, oh, I can't do that. Or no, that's silly. Why would I go that way? Why would I look at this? Why would I open that website? Why would I, look into this at all? So those messages
for the tech thing
everywhere.
that we were talking earlier on, it's exactly that. For 6 months at least, I have been resisting that, the idea that I could have a tech business, that I could be the person that helps women setting up their online businesses. For 6 months at least, I have been helping out all my peers all the time, at the same time saying, this is not my business. I'm not doing that. This is not what I'm doing. So obviously not looking the thing and not following the signals of the universe, which were kind of noisy. I mean, like loud.
Please, Isaiah,
makes me laugh.
Please show me.
It was really loud and I couldn't hear it. So what are we selling? Asks Bernadette. What kind of business? Let's be a little practical here and explain to the people. So her Enlightened Business Matrix is a 6-month container that we created with Chris. We start in January. There is a pre-launch on December the 20th. And the idea is that we accompany you, Chris on the mindset side and myself on the tech side, to all the business blocks the foundations that you need for your business, for your online business. Because once again, there's this thing that most of us, we know what we want to do, but doing it online is a completely different story altogether, because there's a lot of not blocks, but things that we have to tackle before actually being online, and having a running business online. But also, before we even try to do that, there's all the mindset thing that comes before. So who are we? Are we good enough? Do we have the imposter syndrome is kicking in? Do we know enough about our business, but also about the tech? And so we do this for 6 months. It's a container with only 12 women. So we literally will have our hands in your business, and our minds in your business. And it also aims at creating a container with a community, so that you can share with peers, because creating an online business or growing your online business is a very solitary task in front of your computer, and the mindset worms will come back at you when you're alone, and less when you are accompanied by other women who do the same road. And then at the end of the 6 months, we create together an online summit called Women Lighting the Way, 2nd edition. And you, or the 12 women who will walk with us, will be the speakers. And they will, in the process, have grown all the bits and pieces of their businesses that they need, and have grown an audience, because that's one key aspect of this program. Voila. If you want more info, the link is above the video. So you just click on the link. It's called Her Matrix, and you click on the link and you can go and visit the page where every nook and cranny of the program is described. If you want more info, you can DM either of us. If you think that might be for you, we want to talk to you.
So we invited, for the first summit, we invited 11 women in our business community to share their stories, to be part of the summit. Basically, do you want a story? Do a talk. And it was through that process where we discovered that these women with online businesses had little holes here and there that needed patched up on the tech side. There was a lot of mindset work. But now, after the summit, after the feedback we're getting from the women who participated is really incredible. There have been shifts. A few people have said it started their businesses by taking part. And this is a push outside your comfort zone. When you get in front of people, when you get online and you talk about your story and your vulnerabilities and challenges, but it's also so freeing. When you own your own space and your own story. And so throughout those 6 months, you may not end up with the exact business you think you have now. It may not look exactly like you think it will look like, but 6 months is a really good chunk of time to explore, journal. I'm creating a journal for the participants. And just with that small community, there's so much support. And I think it's really a great
And being an
program.
Earth Witch myself, I will add that we start around the winter solstice, and the summit will happen on the summer solstice. So we go from the darkness into the light, and hopefully make you shine. We'll help you shine into the world.
Yes.
Do you take payments? Yes, we do. So the program that includes 3 live calls a week, plus 2 recorded tutorials, 1 tutorial and 1 meditation, plus a Facebook group community, plus
Each
whatever.
month.
Each month. Yes, sorry. Each month. Sorry. Plus anything else that we will think about. Crazy bonuses, like Chris is creating a journal specifically for you to go through the process of the program. And there's going to be many more things that I don't remember that are written on the page, or that we will make up while we walk, because we're these crazy people. And
you're doing a bonus workshop. You're doing creating a passive income.
Yeah. But let me just finish for the first thing, and then I'll go into the bonuses.
Sorry.
So the price is $2,997. There is a VIP option where you get 6 hours of one-to-one coaching with either Chris or myself. And that is $3,497. And yes, there is a payment plan for both options. Everything is described on the page up there, so just go and have a look. And yes, if you do sign up before the 14th of December, there are 2 bonuses, 2 crazy bonuses. I'm really excited about yours, and you're excited about mine, which is funny. So hers is, she is doing a live meditation, a healing meditation about revealing your business. Because some of us, we know that we want a business, but we don't know exactly what business. So Chris is going to lead us into that. Maybe I'll discover another side of my business that I've not yet thought about. And my bonus is a free masterclass. In the course of an hour, we create together a passive income product. And at the end of the hour, it's ready to be sold. So it's online, and you don't need any website for that, and you don't need an email provider. So at the end of an hour, you will have your ready-made passive income product ready to make money for you while you sleep.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. That's an affirmation I was trying to think of as I was falling asleep last night. I make money in my sleep.
Yeah.
I easily make money while I sleep.
So absolutely. So these 2 bonuses are only for early birds. So if you sign up before the 14th, there is another bonus, which is not an early bird one, which is a kind of an upgrade one. So if you decide to jump in and you bring in a friend, we will upgrade you to the VIP version, free of charge. If your friend just says that she's coming referred by you and she jumps in as well, that's it. Now, what we did forget is that we also need to remind the people that we are doing a longer live on Monday. Yeah, we are presenting the whole program in depth on Monday evening, 7 p.m. UK. We will be talking about her Enlightened Business Matrix, and explaining how we came out with this. And you can come and ask questions, and we'll be there to answer them. So this is Monday night on the 13th. I'm going to cut Chris because I think she's for some reason offline. I'm going to try and wait for her. There you are. You had disappeared, so you kind of frozen.
Did I?
Yeah, completely. At least on my screen. So I thought maybe if I take you off and back. So you're back. Yeah. So 13th of December, 7 p.m. UK. We do a masterclass or an event or whatever. We come together and we talk to you about her once again. And you can ask any questions that you want to know on how we came up with this, our story, the story of how we came up with this, and or the program itself, of course. Voila. So I think we've covered everything. You know, it was supposed to be a 10 minutes live, and here we are, 35 minutes talking about stories. But I'm really, you know, I'm really so grateful for meeting you, Chris, because I'd heard things about the story thing, but it was just an abstract concept. And talking to you and deciding to make the summit together, and then when you said, "Hey, we're going to have the women in the summit tell their stories," and it was like, what do you mean tell their story? It was abstract until it became very, very clear how much it has changed everything, basically.
Cool.
So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Voila.
Thank you for speaking up that day.
Oh yeah, because that was fun. We'll tell you all about it on Monday. In the meantime, you have any questions, you can ask them now. Otherwise, I think we'll be just reminding you that you choose your story, and the story you tell in your head and out loud is the story that's happening, because you are the amazing creatrix. You are the universe, and this is so good. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's it for today. I don't see any questions coming, so
sure.
Oh no, there's one thing that we forgot to say, or at least I was in the process of saying it, and then we went somewhere else. No, I think I lost myself. You know, it's a program where we need to talk to you. You can't just sign up. We would like to talk to you before you give us money, before you join, because it's very important to realize that this is not a program that you're going to buy and put on your computer, and then by some magic trick, it will happen. Nothing will happen if you don't walk the path, if you don't do the work, if you don't, you know, there's going to be homework. I don't like this word, but, you know, there's going to be things to do every month and to get you ready, you and your business ready for the summit. So it's a walking path. It's not a magic trick. Although there is magic in there, because when I'm around, there's always magic. And Chris is even worse than me. I actually have, ladies and gentlemen, mostly ladies, by the way, I'm the proud owner of a wand. Yes, we have wands. So we're serious people here. So, yeah, although there is some magic involved, the magic won't do the work. And you need to be doing that. So we need to be fully sure that you are a good match for the program, and that the program is a good match for you as well. So if you're interested, on the following the link on the page, you will have the possibility to book a call with us, and we come and talk with all together. And see if we can work together, and I'm going to dare and say it, change your life and your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the astrology is supposed to be good for this next year, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
If you want to talk
It's
about
an
woo
awesome...
and business,
Yeah,
you're in the right place.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for having us. If you have any other questions, just reach out and or come and listen to us again on Monday night, 7 p.m. UK. And we will talk, and we'll be all over the place, or won't we? Did we say we were doing only the group? I don't know. I don't remember. No, I think we said we were doing all over.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll find us anyway. And have a beautiful morning, evening, day. Because this is the thing, you see. We hope that this program is going to be global, so that we can have women from,
like the first one.
Yeah, from all over the world. That was so powerful, to have this richness. Let's put it this way. Voila.
Yes.
Lots of love to everyone, and see you soon. Bye for now.